Well, I'm just going to draw a very, very quick kind of circle there and a circle there. That would be the skull. Just trying to get the angle of how they're looking at each other. And I'm going to start in here with the crown. And I'm not going to get too complicated with that. That should do it. Because he's just a prince, he's not the king. And his hair is going to be kind of sticking up through there. And we'll give him a bit of a fringe. I think he's going to have that kind of curly front to the hair there. And I'm just going to kind of do that just to get a feel for the angle that he's kind of looking at. And the hair will kind of stick out at the back. I think I think I could probably have made that crown slightly bigger. I think there's a tendency, I think everyone has a tendency to kind of not put enough hair on a character and make them look a little bit kind of flat on the back of the head. I think this could actually go a bit more, couldn't it? And then I just put a bit of kind of sparkly stuff going on there. Now I'm going to start off with the thumb and then the hand, so I can kind of put the skull in to the hand, get it actually sort of sitting in there. Get the nose. It's going to come kind of down to the teeth there and the chin. So I'm going to draw the teeth, and then we want a big sort of eye orbit like that. And we got this kind of cheekbone thing happening there, don't we, which kind of comes down to the top mandible, or the top teeth, and I think the bottom, the jaw is the mandible, isn't it? I don't know. Something like that. I suppose, actually I never studied anatomy. So I suppose I got an excuse. And he's the Prince of Denmark, but he's not. I think he's sort of traditionally not too. He's traditionally kind of dressed in black, and he's kind of very morose, isn't he? Bit of a depressive, really, I think, isn't he? So I got that all on one side, so I kind of got room to. I'm just looking in the camera here to get the line right there, the angle. That's about right. Yes, and I'm going to put. And then maybe we could put little bits of kind of stone work or something in the background to make it kind of look like a castle. Well, I'm going to make him quite pale, I think. And we just really want a bit of gold on his crown, don't we? Which is going to get a little bit sort of darker towards the back there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of kind of shading in on the skull. Not a huge amount. Tiny bit of... Oh, that's too much. I always get comments about the this brush. It's a... This is which one is this? This is the Pentel Aqua brush. I also use a Derwent water brush, and this was just the first one that came to hand. And also, I'm using neutral tint here, which is not black. It's a kind of a grey, bluey kind of grey, and I think I'm going to be using it a lot. And I would say if you get a new pot of paints and there's black in there, just throw it out. It's really difficult to handle. And watercolours are such a delicate medium that if you use black, you're just going to punch a hole in your paper, and it just always looks wrong. I'm going to add a bit of blue in there because I haven't got any Prussian blue, so I'm just adding a bit of blue with the neutral tint, and just splash that in there. I actually want this to be quite dark around the skull to kind of bring it forward. And the more I paint, then the water keeps flowing down these brushes, so the colour gets thinner and thinner. It's kind of a different way of painting in watercolour. You have to kind of think a little bit differently from a normal brush. And I think I'm going to put kind of quite dark around the back here as well. I feel this needs to darken up a bit more. I think all I need to do now is kind of add a little bit more modelling to the coat, a bit more to his hair. Just a touch more in the shadows on the skull, I think. Just dib-dab on the there, and that will clean the brush. The lettering's dry, but it's kind of disappeared a bit, so I'm going to give it all a kind of a shadow, just to maybe bring it forward. I think maybe I didn't really think about the lettering enough. I should have put it in a speech bubble maybe. But there we go. Happy birthday, Mr. Shakespeare.